A decision is expected soon in a lawsuit over which congressional map Missourians will vote under in November. Now, the 2025 Missouri congressional map led to a voter petition to undo the recent changes. It had more than 300,000 signatures, but the Secretary of State rejected it. Our Missouri Capitol reporter Hannah Falcon looks at the arguments from Jeff City.
The lawsuit heard in court today has two main questions. Which map will be used for the November election, and will Missourians get the final say on which congressional districts they use?
The lawsuit is drawing national attention because this November's election has the potential to shift the power of the U.S. House of Representatives. Mark Ellinger represented the Republican National Committee in court Wednesday. He says their interest is in protecting the votes cast in the primary election.
We don't want to see hundreds of thousands of voters disenfranchised.
Richard Von Glahn from People Not Politicians campaign says he's just protecting the new map, which is likely to send another Republican to Washington, D.C. in place of current Democratic Representative Emanuel Cleaver.
My understanding is that this map was drawn in Washington, D.C., so I guess they continue to care about their work product and want to see it all the way through.
Von Glahn's lawyers argued the new congressional map that favors Republicans should be paused, and the Secretary of State Denny Hoskins' rejection of his petition should be reversed to put the new map up for a vote in November.
If the referendum is sufficient, the map is not, has never been, and to quote the Missouri Constitution, cannot be in effect without a vote of the people.
The RNC argues the new map that favors Republicans must be used because it was already used in August, and says this petition to vote on the maps is unconstitutional.
There is zero authority for a court to change districts after an election has commenced.
Whatever ruling comes out of this court is only a stepping stone on this lawsuit's way to the Missouri Supreme Court. A Missouri Supreme Court justice wrote a letter urging everyone on this case to work quickly so they can come to a final resolution before the deadline to print November ballots on September 8th. That's in only 3 weeks, which is lightning speed in court time. Reporting in Jefferson City, I'm Hannah Falcon.